So yesterday I showed you Cape Hells, one of the two new maps coming in the first half of the Turning Tides DLC, which is launching December the 11th, and that's just a couple of weeks away now, not long to wait for that brand new content. In this video, we're going to take a look at Achi Baba, the second map, and of the two, this is probably the one that I enjoyed playing on the most, simply because it's an infantry-only map. I also want to discuss a couple of fixes and a couple of changes that have been thrown into this CTE build that will be making it into the December patch, and some of them I think will make some people extremely happy. Achi Baba, now like the other map, Cape Hells, is fully textured, which is a big improvement over some of the renditions that we've been using in the past month or so, and it had almost exactly the same effect as adding them onto the Cape Hells map. The gameplay changed quite a bit. With the new textures being added and various items of soft cover, like bushes and trees being added as well, the map felt quite a lot more alive and gave everyone more freedom in their movement. Not having textures meant that every single player was on display all the time, and that made it really easy to see everyone else. Not anymore. I've got a clip here actually, where I used a massive bush as a hiding spot, even though a player saw me and then retreated anyway. I needed to reload my gun and I eventually killed him with the grappling hook because he ran past the bush that I was hiding in. It was actually a really cool moment whilst I was playing. I'm pretty sure also that Achi Baba has had some structural changes. The area of the map behind the D flag, close to the Ottoman spawn, that's been filled with a few buildings and some vertical drops, and that's helped to fill out the space a little bit more. Before it was just simply an open plain with nothing in it, but now I'm assuming that was part of a map that hadn't been finished yet, and this, what you see here, was always the final plan. Whatever the reason, tied in with some further changes to the ruins on the D flag, that area of the map now looks much nicer, and gameplay overall can flow a little bit better, whereas before, it was almost certain death if you were caught out in the open. Now, the way this map is designed and the way that it flows has actually highlighted the improvements to the movement system that DICE has been working on for a couple of months now. They've been trying to eliminate the AD spam issue that PC users have been complaining about for quite some time, whilst trying to keep the slick feeling that Battlefield 1 has at the moment in the vanilla version. And that's not something that's very easy to do, it doesn't sound it at least. But I think they've succeeded here. The developers have been playing around with the acceleration and the deceleration values of standard movement and sprint in the last couple of updates, and changes made to the movement felt quite sluggish and unresponsive at that point. Almost like there was a delay in changing direction. So this did help to reduce AD spam, but it didn't give players a very good feeling of moving around in general, so they took the system back to the drawing board and they tried something different. The system that they now have in place feels almost exactly the same to what is live in the vanilla version of Battlefield 1, but the outward AD spam movements of other players, and of course yourself, have been drastically reduced. They've been able to fix the problem and not affect player movement negatively really in any way, which I think is a great result overall. Now for console players, this issue I think is being applied to you as well, but as I've just explained, it really won't feel any different, and AD spam was more rife on the PC platform than it was on console platforms. Another fix that DICE has applied is to the sliding mechanic. DICE has implemented a cooldown on the slide now, so it cannot be spammed anymore, and that eliminates its unintentional use of being a crutch to slide and contort your player's body as you cross open ground. It was used to stop people really shooting at you, and lots of people on PC, because it's bound to a single button, were spamming it all of the time. Now, with a cooldown in place, the slide mechanic can actually be used, as it was originally intended, to slide into cover. Because of the cooldown, you can now let the slide move to its fullest extent of the animation, and you'll find that you'll actually slide a little bit further than what you might have before because you're aware there's a cooldown in place. And that's kind of an added bonus. You can now slide right into cover, potentially reload and ready yourself, and then pop back out for a gunfight. It might have taken a year to fix it, but I think now sliding is in a good place. And lastly, I want to show you guys another improvement, this time to spawning in. Watch this clip. Did you see that? The swoop in animation has been sped up, and the delay on movement has now been removed entirely. This means you spawn faster and can move faster the moment you spawn in. Thank you, DICE. Hopefully this will lead to less bad spawns where you die almost instantly, and it will reduce the chance of you being hit with another respawn animation, where if you happen to pick a player who dies during the spawn animation, you get bounced back up to the spawn screen. Overall, this change has removed quite a jarring hurdle, and I'm really excited to see how this changes gameplay. So, there you go, that's Achi Baba and 3 rather important changes that DICE have added to this CTE update, and I fully expect them to be in the December patch. Thanks very much for watching today, and make sure you leave some of your comments down below in the comment section, and I'll try and read as many as I can. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.